If you feel like posting content is a waste of time because you're not seeing any results, then this video is exactly what you need. I'm Elvin. I've run a content agency for a year now, and I scaled it to 5 figures per month with an account that has less than 1,000 followers. If you check it now, I think I'm at around 200 to 300 followers. And I've worked with coaches, consultants, and agency owners where nothing really changed with their niche or even their offer, but the moment they refined their content using their unique taste, they actually started to pull in better clients and standing out instantly. In this video, I'll break down the one skill that actually separates you from the market, where everyone has access to the same information, and how to start developing it today. So instead of sounding like another version of someone else, people have you as their go-to choice and actually start dreaming of the day that they can finally work with you. And the first thing I want to go over is that everyone looks the same. What's happening now is that everyone is trying to copy the top creators. They have the same hooks, they try to get the same edit, and they try to look at what structure they typically use. And what happens here is they're able to find a proven format, something that is proven to work. But the problem there is that it becomes an overused tactic. And when you start copying someone's proven format, all that happens is that you're labeled and put into a bucket of that person. And when you copy what works, you end up inheriting their ceiling. You can only get up to a brand that they have, and at the best case scenario, all you have is second place. And if you continue to do this, you will never build your own lane, and you will never have a distinct following that actually likes you for you. Everyone who buys into you is just there for the value so that they're able to get the dream result. And if that doesn't sound like a problem to you, then by all means, keep copying, keep taking other people's shit. But for me personally, I want to work with people who genuinely see the value with working with me specifically. And there are a ton of examples here. Quite recently, we have someone like Giuliano Massarelli, who started the Real Sales Call. And then everyone in the sales niche started copying him, trying to fake their dance moves and listen to music, when in reality, they were never doing that in the first place. Or even in the YouTube space, we have Hassan, who did a video for Brez and Amir, where they have a bunch of uni students or 9-to-5 workers against the business owner. And this is essentially the new VSL that people are running. But the problem is, everyone else hopped on the train as soon as they saw it. And even Hassan himself said that if you plan to use a specific angle or a proven format, might as well make sure that there's a way that it's distinct to you. Because if you end up just literally ripping it off and copying it from these people, then you provide no value and no additional information that actually separates you into your own lane. And the thing is, people who make this type of content will always become replaceable, right? People who use the Devin Jotto style will only live up to Devin Jotto's style or brand, right? They're never able to actually build something that is distinct to them. And with no distinct feeling, you will not have an identity. And the question here is, if someone were to transcribe the script of all of your content, would they be able to tell that it's your words coming through the screen? Or if someone were to remove your face from the content itself, would anyone even tell that you were the one who was speaking on the camera? If the answer is no to either of those, then it might be a good time to start looking at your fundamentals when it comes to how you create content. Which smoothly goes into the second part that I want to go over, which is that generic tips have now become a commodity. Now that AI has changed the game so much for a lot of people, both in business and in content, we're at the point where value is no longer becoming rare, but becoming a commodity. And there are certain ways that you should use value. And that doesn't mean that you should never provide value. It's just that you should provide value with nuances. At this point, anyone can generate a hook. Anyone can generate a script, a framework, the idea, right? But what happens is generic advice now has zero leverage. There is no value to them. And without new information or nuanced information, then there is no differentiation between you or ChatGPT or anyone else who's generating their script from ChatGPT. And over time, the market has become more sophisticated, right? Your audience has already seen the 3 tips on this, or how to do X, or do this to get Y. It's like everyone has seen it, everyone has heard it. So how is your information different from everyone else? And the main thing that you should be looking at is that if AI can actually solve the problem that you're trying to give, then it's not really to your advantage. I've had clients who said, bro, I've always been using AI to explain a complex topic, but the way you explain it yourself has allowed me to consume the knowledge and understand it in a way where I can apply it in my situation. After hearing that, that means that I know my shit and I'm able to actually explain it in a way and break it down for people for them to actually understand it. And that is why taste is the main differentiator when it comes to creating content. What taste actually is the way that you process this type of information, how you filter which parts matter, and how to present these ideas in a way so seemingly easy that people end up going, how did I not think of that? And this truly just comes down to not what you say, but in the way that you say it and how you line up the information in front of someone. And the way taste shows up is in multiple ways. Number 1 is a framework. How can you turn these ideas into your own systems? Something that has existed for a very long time by now, but in a way that can allow it to resonate with other people in a certain way. And this can come down to simply renaming something, restructuring it, or simplifying it in a way where people can simply just take that bite-sized piece of information and actually take the action right then and there. And what you do is you need to make it feel like yours as you create this world around your brand. And number 2, this is using anecdotes and analogies. You should connect your ideas to things that you have a certain affinity to, something that you have a deeper understanding with compared to the average person that isn't just about your niche or your business. Something about connecting certain ideas or principles to sports or running or music or real life experiences that you've had. One conversation that I've had with one of my clients was about the fact that they were a runner, but they weren't selling fitness coaching. They were actually a funnel builder, or within the business niche, they helped them build the landing page and actually warm up leads in order for them to close easier and generate leads for the client, right? And what we did was we talked about how people don't see the back end. We used a prominent figure in running, such as Usain Bolt, and how he ran roughly 10 seconds, the 100-meter dash. But the thing is, no one saw the behind the scenes of the training and everything that went to being able to run for 10 seconds. And connecting that idea of running, something that he knows, to a fundamental level, the feeling of, the stinging feeling on the side of your abdomen when you run for a very long time. Connecting that with business allows it to just land with your audience that much easier, because they're able to consume and actually compare what that feeling is in terms of the niche that you are in. And what this does is this makes your content actually memorable. It actually makes it relatable to these people, and it also makes it uniquely yours because you were the one who brought up that type of angle, that unique angle that is able to resonate with these people. And number 3 is to use your own perspectives. There are going to be takes that you truly and fundamentally believe, but is something that your industry might not necessarily resonate with. And that is okay. And if anything, you should actually use that to your advantage. Because stating just recycled facts, something that people already fundamentally know and already believe in, allows them to just look at your content and say, no shit, Sherlock. When you say the world is round, then no one bats an eye. But say the world is flat, and everyone is going to call you a dumbass. But for some reason, some people truly believe it, and those people resonate with each other. And that is why you need to use these strong takes. And I don't want you to create just a take for the sake of having a hot take, right? The entire point of this is to have a fundamental belief that you can stand on and actually defend with your entire brand and personality and identity, that people will resonate with it if they hold the same feeling, or you're able to also bring them into that belief. And there are so many examples or directions that you can take this from. For example, we have the running analogy, right? We need to understand that when it comes to running, there is a lot of consistency involved. There's a lot of pacing, understanding when you need to exert the energy in order to get the most out of what you have. It's also understanding the long-term compounding effect of actually running, how it helps your health, how it helps your mental, and using this within the content. We also have, if you happen to be really good at music, then you can use rhythm. You can use the way that timing is used, the emotional buildup that music is able to evoke into people, and use that within your content. It's taste that takes a very, very long time for you to develop, which is why if you have it, then you are able to truly be in a single lane of yourself. Because taste doesn't come overnight. It's actually something that comes from repetition, something based on what you're typically exposed to. It comes from the refinement of being able to do it time and time again and getting the feedback to know what is good and what is bad and what is great. And then understand that taste is something that is distinct to every person, but how do you build taste? Well, in order to build taste, the first thing you need to do is to consume better. Not more, better. This all comes down to just studying high quality content. And I don't mean like content from the top dogs in your industry. I mean high quality content in terms of refining the taste, not just in your niche, but things like films, things like movies, things like the music you listen to, documentaries, books, artists. All of these are sources of inspiration that you're able to consume over time and able to incorporate within your own media. And as you consume all of this, step 2 is to, of course, take that inspiration and actually create more. Because taste isn't built as you just consume this, but also through the output that you're able to create. And I suggest you do that in the way that you are most attuned to. Things like music, if that's something that you love. Things like writing. Things like this, like recording yourself, making a video. And you're able to build your taste through the volume and of course the feedback loop of learning and looking objectively. I like making this piece. I loved when I was making this, and I loved the output that I was able to make. And learning that, you're able to do more of that. And even in that process, you also find, oh, I hate the fact that I added this, I should have changed it like this. And you're able to just refine that over time. And as you refine it relentlessly, you ask yourself, does this feel generic? Does this even feel like me? Right? Would I actually watch this if I didn't make it and someone else just showed it to me? Right? And as you ask these questions, you're able to know which parts you actually like and which ones you plan to change or revise over time. Damn. And of course, you should always add you into the mix. Right? Your experiences, your interests, your lens, the way you perceive things. And again, it sounds cliche, but that is the one thing that can actually differentiate you. How can you show your fingerprint on everything that you make without having to sign the piece of paper? Because this is exactly what AI cannot replicate when it comes to your brand. When AI started improving, a lot of people saw it as an opportunity to delegate or outsource their ability to write, their ability to think, their creativity to just the bot that is in front of them. But the real creatives, the real artists, the real ones who can actually separate themselves from the sea of just AI slop are the people who use AI to do the monotonous tasks, so they're able to actually create more and be more creative during the time that they're in the process of making the art. Because now more than ever, we have so much power at our fingertips to create something great, but all we end up doing is just letting AI have all the fun and us to do the boring task. That's not how it should be. So if there's anything you need to take away from this video today, it's to create something, bro. Just write a poem, write a letter, maybe sing a song, play an instrument, record a video. Just create something, refine your taste, and actually separate yourself from the market, from being another commodity, another coach, another consultant in the sea of your industry, and actually become someone who is worth listening to.